All right, the gloves are coming off in Georgia for tomorrow's big special election. Analysts say a liberal newcomer could win a big seat there that has been Republican since 1979. Jon Ossoff, just 30 years old, he's a millennial, reportedly raising more money than all of his 11 GOP contenders combined. He was a complete unknown just a few months ago, but Ossoff is running to fill the seat that Tom Price vacated when he became Secretary of Health and Human Services. As recently as February, the seat looked like it would stay in Republican hands, but now the race is being seen as a referendum on the president, and that has energized Democrats. It could also be a preview of what might happen in 2018. So is politics getting more cutthroat? Well, let me bring in Glenn Jacobs. You know him as WWE superstar Kane. He is now a mayoral candidate for the mayoral seat in Knox County, Tennessee. And we'll get to that in just a minute. Welcome back, Kane.
Thank you. How you doing?
So this is a crazy time to run for office, and I want to get to your run in just a little bit. But do you think Republicans are in trouble in 2018 because of the political climate now? And does this race in Georgia sort of illustrate that?
I don't know if the race in Georgia is indicative of that. You know, the big story, of course, from the left has been Donald Trump's tax returns.
Yeah.
But I think a bigger question is whatever happened to those emails that Lois Lerner had from the IRS. I think that's what people are tired of, is the fact that if you ever get audited by the IRS, okay, and you were to say, oh, I lost these emails which prove my innocence, they're not just going to say, oh, we're sorry for the inconvenience, have a nice day.
Yeah.
You're going to be in a lot of trouble. But if you're a high government official, if you're the head of the IRS, somehow that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not the same set of standards.
Exactly.
Here. So you are running as a Republican in your home state of Tennessee, and you pointed out you've been all over the world, but you and your family have chosen to live in that part of the country. What do you hope to achieve in this run, and if you are elected as mayor?
Knox County is already a great place to live. One thing, Tennessee is the fourth, according to CEO Magazine, the fourth best place to do business in the country.
Why is that?
That's great for Tennessee all around because we just have a business-friendly environment, right-to-work state. The General Assembly has done a very good job of making Tennessee a very favorable environment for business.
Yeah.
But for our local economic development, we see Nashville doing real well. Chattanooga is doing real well. We're in intense competition with our neighbor cities in Knox County to attract business. I think the key, one of the keys, is having a world-class workforce.
Yeah.
And I believe that what's happened with all this overreach from the Department of Education in Washington
That's right.
is it's really damaged the ability of our local school board, of our wonderful teachers in Knox County, and administrators to do what they do best.
Okay, so
educate.
you and I talked a little bit about vocational training before the show. Mike Rowe was on the show a couple weeks ago talking about that very thing. If you don't want student debt, if you want to get out of school and make good money, go for some of these vocational jobs. How will you use government to get out of the way so people can thrive in areas like that?
We actually, in Knox County, we actually already have a pretty good CTE program.
Yeah.
I would like to get the private sector more involved with apprenticeships, training, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, okay, if a kid wants to go to college, that's awesome. He should be, or she should be encouraged to do that.
Sure.
There's also nothing wrong with being a plumber, with being a mechanic, with being a carpenter, with frankly with getting into robotics and that sort of thing, which are huge opportunities in the future.
Yeah.
I think one of the keys is to get the private sector involved with things like apprenticeships, things like training centers, to where you can supplement what goes on in schools with the academic side of things.
What was the most influential thing that you read that helped you develop your political voice, or the most influential politician or political person?
There's been a lot of them, from Ronald Reagan to F.A. Hayek to Ron Paul, and most recently Rand Paul. And it's so wonderful to see the emergence of Senator Rand Paul, Thomas Massey, Justin Amash, Mike Lee, those guys that are pulling the Republican Party in the direction of liberty and free markets.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where you are. We'll see how you are doing in this year run-up to the mayoral race. Please continue to check in with us.
Thank you.
Excellent. See, he's so gentle. Everyone was worried that you were going to snuff the life out of them with your WWE past. But you are a thoughtful, courageous, and liberty-minded human. So thanks for coming back. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.